Hey, what's going on, guys? Prevised here. Thank you for watching my video. So this is part 2 of learning constraints, Roblox constraints. So, man, I feel so nerdy talking about this, but I'm not. But anyways, so last tutorial we did this. We made one. We used hinges and motors. So a motor pretty much makes it spin. You know, this one right here that's spinning that uses a motor, and this one just uses hinges. But how it swings like that, it's the reason why it swings and it keeps going back and forth is just because it starts in this position. Yeah, and it swings. But it takes a little while for it to stop swinging. But yeah, just go watch part 1 if you want to learn how to do that. It's pretty simple. Yeah. All right. So this tutorial, um, we can learn how to make. Hmm. Hmm. Let's make this one. This one looks pretty neat. So how this works, this one uses a motor. So it's kind of hard to explain how it works. Um, but it uses a motor, and these two wheels are grouped with everything in the middle except for this long bar. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can select this. Bar, part welds. Um, yeah, let's make this. Alright, so first off, let's start by making a part that's anchored. Okay, I don't know why Explorer has nothing there. Alright, so let's start by making a leg. Let's make two legs. This leg, let's resize this. So we're gonna make separate parts. So this part's gonna have the motor on it. So let's just copy this. Alright. Um Now let's start by making a cylinder. Keep it unanchored. So the only things that are going to be anchored are these two legs. That's the only thing that are going to be anchored for this tutorial. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm going to center this by going 0.5. There. Alright. So now let's add a motor to this. So first off, to make a motor, you could either use the surface ones, so like bottom surface, and then you find motor right here. Those are older. I'd rather use the newer constraints. So we're going to create a hinge. Make sure it's a hinge. And let's position this right. There we go. Now if it positions it wrong, you can just press on the attachment, and then you can, you know, move it around and change the amount of studs. Alright, so now we got that. Now let's make it into a motor. So to do that, it's very simple. Click on the part, the main part, hinge constraint. Now, select this, press on motor, then an angular velocity. Let's do 10. We may need to make it higher later on. We'll see. Angular velocity is pretty much the speed. Motor max torque. Just sound like I just said motor max torque. But anyways, let's make that a bunch of 9s. Not so many 9s, but a good amount. Alright, so now, let's position this back. There we go. Now let's control D this. Now I'm gonna delete this attachment. Alrighty. So now, let's make another hinge for this one. There we go. Alright, there we go. Oh, I forgot. I was just forgetting. Let's make this a motor also. Motor. Angular velocity, do 10 again. And then let's see how many 9s I put in this one. Let me just copy this. And then we'll paste it right here. Alright. Let's bring this back over here. Alright, so now let's see what direction they go in. This one, This one's going this way. Okay, they're going opposite directions. Now to make them go the same direction, I'm just going to make this wheel go the same direction as that one. So we're going to add -10. So if you add a negative, it's going to make it go in the opposite direction. So now they should both be going in the same direction. Yep, they are. Cool. Alright, so let's see what I'm making again. See, I made these three right here yesterday. I'm kind of new to this stuff, but alright, so we got the wheels, and we're going to add these. Okay. Some guy on YouTube inspired me. If you type up ROBLOX Physics, it'll probably be like the second video from the top. It kind of looks like this too, but of course his is detailed. Mine is just basic. I didn't add detail to it. All right, so next, Control D, which duplicates. Now I'm gonna change the studs to 2. Boom, boom. Alright, now I'm going to get rid of this attachment in here, so y'all do that too. Now I'll change this back to 0.5. Let's move this over here. Okay. Now I'm going to resize this some more. Alright. And Control D. Alright. Take this part. I'm going to select everything and change the surface to smooth so there's no studs or anything. Alright. Now let's duplicate this. Oh, but also I gotta duplicate this other cylinder that's right here. Wait. Or I could just resize this. Yeah, perfect. Alright. Are they the same size? Not sure. But nope, they wasn't the same size, so there we go. Now they're the same size. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna duplicate this. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, so we're not gonna add any more hinges right here except for right here. This is the only spot where we're gonna add hinges. But first off, let's duplicate this once more. Let's put it between and let's size this a little bit. Let's add a part. There we go. Okay. And start adding the constraints. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these two parts right here. We're just going to move this over a little, just so we can have room to add our constraint. So let's create, and bam. Oh, I positioned that kind of wrong. Now if that happens, you just use the move tool, and yeah. Now you see how it's kind of messed up. Okay, let's remove this attachment. Make sure no attachments are in here. Okay. So create. So this is the center right here, but see how you can't get the perfect, like the perfect position? Well, what you can do is change this amount of studs right here. So let's see. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to move this 0.5, move this over, get us some room, create 0.25, perfect. Alright, now we can just position it back to where it was before. Alright, so let me just get out of all that. Alright, so now right now if we test it, of course everything's gonna fall. Well, almost everything. Um, the reason. Oh, also. I think I said this already, but the only thing that should be anchored are the legs, like these two parts right here, and then these two. The rest are unanchored. But I just noticed. I'm just saying that again because I just noticed my parts are anchored. Some of them are, but yeah. Now pretty much everything in the middle should be falling. Yeah, yeah. Um, now these hinges right here, they keep since this part and this part are together with this like these parts. Um, they're gonna be pretty much. It's kind of like a weld almost. It's like welded together pretty much, but you're able to rotate. Like this bar is able to rotate around these hinges, so this bar could just go like around this hinge pretty much. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna group these two wheels and everything that's in the middle. So make sure you get all the parts, even even the the parts that have the hinges right here. Not this bar though. So we're gonna group that. Now, if you're like a newbie and don't know how to script, I mean I know how to script. I never really practiced welding, scripting welds. Um, but what I would do is go in the toolbox and search up weld script. So like, ooh, it's being kind of slow. But search up weld script and look for a script that look for a working script maybe, and then you place that script inside of the model, which is the model we just made. But what I'm gonna do, I have a plugin. Uh, yeah, I have a plugin. Um, so create welds. I'm just gonna weld this stuff there. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Yep. Now you see what happens? Check that out. Yeah. I'm sorry for the cringe, guys, but I had to do it. Alright, so I just noticed one of the pieces fell off, which is this piece. And yeah, it's not grouped. Oh, wait. Hold up. The hinges are attached to this part, is what I can tell. So what we're gonna do with this bar also, we group these two pieces, group them, and you can also put another weld script in here. So do that with that, but I'm just gonna use the plugin. Okay, and let's see what happens. Yep, there we go. But we're not done. But of course, you guys can stop right here, and maybe you guys can figure out the rest. But yeah, I'm not done. I got a little more to show you. To make it look cooler. So let's also, if you don't know how to select, as you can see, I'm selecting a model right here. To select a part inside the model, you could either do like this, or hold Alt on the keyboard and then select. That's just a key trick. All right, so I duplicated this, but I'm gonna put this part inside of workspace, and then I'm just gonna remove the attachments, so there's nothing. All right, here we are. Then I'm gonna take a wheel, put this in there, and I'm gonna remove that attachment. Yep, there we are. Um, making this look kind of cool. All right, so now this is where we're gonna add our other hinge. So we're gonna move this, create or select hinge, and we're gonna try to find the middle. So I believe this is the middle. Then we go across like that. Um, it's 0.25, and yep, there we are. Alright, now let's put this back together. Now let's do the same thing on this side. Alright, put this together. Alright, good. These are not anchored. Now you guys can see what it's going to do. And yeah, we need a weld script. Alright, so what we're going to do, select these 4 parts that we just made. We're going to group them. And we're going to weld these parts. So you guys can add another weld script in y'all's. But I'm going to use the plugin. Alright, let's test what it does. Perfect. See, it just makes it rotate. Looks pretty cool. Physics, dog. Constraints, dog. Learn it. JK. Alright, now let's make this hammer part. Right here, ball. So, this tutorial, I'm not going to make this hammer just a simple cylinder. I'm just going to add a little detail to it. Which is going to be kind of like a cylinder, but going to have a little more detail. Alright, let me just kind of get out of this stuff. Alright, so let's take this new cylinder that I duplicated. Also, we're going to go inside there and make sure there are no constraints or attachments in this new part. Alright, so let's make I'm going to make this 2. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So we got this. I'm going to set this to 0.2, 0.20, and I'm going to add the detail. So let's do this. Just like that. Yep. Just add a little detail to it to make it look pretty cool. Alright. Now what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see what we can do. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna take this right here, group this hammer piece. Now we select both of these pieces, we group them. You guys really don't have to do the grouping. It's just to make it this thing just have a good hierarchy. Like for whenever we group all of this, just so you can know what pieces go at which, you know. But let me ungroup this for now. All right. So we group these two. And no, we don't have to add any more hinges because, yeah. But also, we're not done. So we're going to go inside this one model which holds these 2 pieces. Select both of them. Let's ungroup. And we're going to add the weld script in here instead. So, yeah. Select part 0. Select all these. So just add the weld script inside of this model. Now don't put it inside the parts. Just you got to put it inside the model. All right, we should be done. Amazing, bros. Amazing, bros. There we is. Look at that beautiful thing. Of course it gets stuck. But yeah, that's normal. But as you can see over here, what I made was an invisible part, which kind of makes this thing slide, which is pretty neat. So yeah, if you want, you can do that. Or right here, I made 2 invisible parts, which look like this. Pretty sure you can see that. And it does something like that. It just hits the top and bottom part. It does make it look kind of glitchy, but it's pretty cool. We got this nice looking swingy thingy. This one was a little more detailed than this other one that I made over here. Of course, this is simple. It's just like a long bar. But just pause the video. I mean, if you did watch the other tutorial, just pause the video and you can check out how this was made. So like instead of we just added extra parts, and the hinges are in here. This one and this one. That's where the hinges are. And it just connects with these. Pretty simple. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Just please request in the comments what you would like to see. I could totally make some more constraint videos. These are pretty fun. Yeah, so